Unable to desktop screen flow SS. I never gave SS to. I forgot to give permission for screen flow to operate within my system. And my sister, it's morning time here, and I'm ready to start moving forward here. Let me get a screen flow going and allow. What happened was I shouldn't, everything was running nice and smooth, and I saw Big Sur was setting up there for a couple of months, and I said, it's been out for a while. I upgraded when I shouldn't have, and it threw everything off. I mean, at one time I had the Phantom working with Logic Pro X, and I had the Machina working all up in here at the same time, all up in the house. Good part is it's a good stuff to it. Good stuff is that I'm going to be able to not live, but this little mixer, it may be even worth buying the one with the 8 channels on it. The preamps on it are fantastic. Running in, you know, like when you're running you're playing an instrument and you're going into the mixer and you're coming out the speakers, you're just going to get your keyboard or guitar going in the speakers and coming out. I don't know if you remember back in the old days, people used to buy a stereo system, and after a while they called it a component set because you could buy each. You were making a little studio playback area monitor so you can monitor what they did in the studio and try to get the quality that they had in the studio. And it's a signal flow. There's a signal flow. There's a chain where the signal comes out of goes into, and the more processing the signal, the more you can bring out what the human ear is used to hearing live. Believe it or not, if you clap your hands and you hear your hands and you're in a room, you're right there. You're hearing the real deal, even if it's bouncing off the wall or whatever. You run that through a sound system and try to play it back, and you put your headphones on, it's a whole bunch of elements involved. The human ear is so complex that, and the sound waves and everything, we're trying to emulate reality. We're trying to emulate what already happened and play it back. So a preamp helps the quality of the sound. Mixer helps the quality of sound, where you have your bass and treble and EQ. You remember back in the day when you used to we had that graphic EQ. You could turn the bass in up, and everybody used to make the wavy with the graphic. But here we go. Getting back to the things not functioning here. When I upgraded, it threw everything off. I've been in here downloading software. I've been in here. I flushed my hard drive so many times. I called Apple. They got me. I'm on Catalina in here. I'm back on Catalina. I was on Big Sur. They call it a rollback, but it's not actually a rollback. If you could roll back and install, if you have a higher operating system, if you could just plain old install a lower one, it ain't that simple. You gotta flush out the hard drive, start all over again, like you just bought it, like, you know, with a clean slate. And then you got to load the operating system. And then you have to make sure you backed up what you did and go back to the date inside the time capsule. And I think I can afford to go forward another day with this. I think I can. But then again, you know what I'm going to do? Since the Phantom is so cool by itself, I'm going to take it in Studio 2 and let it master up in there. Let it perform on its own. I need to start using this stuff. I haven't even used the T-Rex recorder. I haven't even, I only got one song. I've been doing some patterns. It ain't that bad if I have to go through when every time I mess up, I have to go poop, 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 poop to start all over again. You know, I'm recording in the pattern sequencer. When I mess up, I have to go boom, delete, boom. I think it's 7 moves before I can record again. But I haven't even messed with this TRX. I haven't messed with anything in here. And this thing this is a beast by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything out of here. Not everything. I'm going to swap the keyboards out again. This is about the 3rd time I did this. I had it in this room. When I first got it, I think I had it out there in the Studio 1. I moved it in here. I moved it back. Now I'm going to move it back again. I'm going to bring the Yamaha in here. And I'm going to be using Pro Tools in here with the Yamaha. I haven't figured out if everything works out good. I can take the machine out there and I can bring the complete controller in here just to fatten it up with the no, you know what, I might have to, I can use the controller out there, machine it in here with the, I don't know, whichever. I probably can go back and forth, but whichever one works better on the, whichever interface works better. I'm confused about what I'm going to do. For now, I know I'm taking this keyboard, this big monstrosity. This is a beast too. This is a beast. This is the heaviest keyboard I ever had, and it's a monster. It's gonna be years for me to get an understanding of this. I can spend 3 months on it solid without even practicing piano or doing anything. Just wake up every morning and play with this every morning. I can do that for 3 months solid, straight. Matter of fact, what's this, February? What's this, March? It'd be March, April, May. March, April, May. I can do 3 months in here and learn this. If I can learn this, I won't even need to use the, I can put a song together in here and then transfer it to Pro Tools or something else. But since I upgraded, I'm unable to use the interface in here. But you know, you're not supposed to be using no interface inside a keyboard anyway. If it's in the keyboard, the interface is not. If it was really good, the keyboard. Well, this might be really good because this is $4,000 keyboard almost. But if it's better to buy like a $4,000 or $1,000 interface instead of having a interface in a keyboard that costs $4,000. That way, you know, or if it's kind of, you know, they wouldn't put a real expensive interface inside a keyboard like this because it would have ran the price up even higher. If it was a really good interface, it would be like $5,000 for this. So I'm going to move everything in there, swap everything out. I was hesitating because I wanted to come live and holler at everybody. I hope you like, oh, you know what, that song I did, I did it with the Yamaha and I put Mad Pianist on there. I'm going to try to work that handle or the Mad Pianist. That was a spontaneous song. Even though I wrote it like over 40 years ago, I was playing it by memory, and I didn't plan it, so I didn't have any settings or anything set up or anything. I just plugged in the mixer and I went from there. And even though I know what song I was playing, it was a lot of spontaneity. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and you know what? I think they got everything. I did see the software in for the Phantom, but the waves, I need to call Waves to find out when they're gonna. I'm waiting for Waves to Waves and Studio. I think it's the Superior Drummer is still working with Big Sur, because it wasn't Studio Drummer as far as the softwares are concerned. It only showed up. Now I'm good. Well, anyway, I wanted to say I'm going to go ahead and swap everything out. I'm going to sign off. I'm always talking about eating breakfast. My muffin's always sitting here. I don't think I ever went online without a muffin being here. Got the banana. I still haven't been, I only took like a bite out of the banana. And as you can see, the smoothie is, the glass is practically full. And I know I've been up over almost 2 hours now. I don't want to keep moving around. And plus I'm doing my junk drawers. I emptied out I still got some extra boxes. I got some, a few junk drawers left. I want to throw away everything. I have a project box up there. I was going to build a hard case around one of my keyboards and actually put speakers in there. So everything would be like, onboard speakers. I think I'm making a project with that. The iLoud speakers are good, but they're studio monitors. The big iLouds are definitely for studio. They definitely not for outdoors. The matter of fact, the little iLouds work better outside than the big ones because you can turn them all the way up. The big iLouds, once you get past the threshold, and then they'll cut off and they'll come back on, and I guess instead of blowing, you can't blow that speaker. I don't think. Instead of blowing the speaker, it cuts off and cuts off. That's good. But the little iLouds, you can crank them all the way up, and then you can turn it all the way up and then back off a little teeny bit. I played outside with those little teeny speakers on each side, and as long as there wasn't no trucks or anything going by, they're better than internal speakers. I still haven't heard the there's a Kawhi keyboard. What is it? The S something 9. Circus Mind has it. He said he don't like bringing stuff outside. But I really think if I was going to get one, I would get, even though it's heavier, I would get the 515. I know a lot of y'all don't know what I'm talking about, different keyboards, but this is a heavier keyboard. It's supposed to be portable, but it's still heavy. It's heavier than any except for this. This is a monster, man. You would have to pay me over $1,000 just to take. I wouldn't even want to take this out for less than $2,000 gig. I'm not on that level right now. I don't think I might. I'm saying if I should. I'm not gonna cut myself short. If I spend a little bit of time in performance mode in this thing, this is a beast. 16 channels. I can section off 16 different instruments and layer them, and then I can lay them out in chain mode. Like if I have one song that requires this and that and that and this and that, I can listen to a song and hear all the instruments playing and put them in there. And then I can figure out which one is in the bass, which one is going to be playing during the beginning of the song, and I can section it out. Whereas the song is playing, I can move to the next section. I was trying to do that with the motif when I joined the group that Alfonso had me with. But man, I was programming 4 hours a day, 3 hours at least, 2 hours when I didn't do any work. And I said, man, I'm doing all this programming for another band, and plus I wasn't getting paid for rehearsals. And they never said how much we was going to get paid for the gig. Oh no. And oh no, I'm saying I can start, I'm thinking about starting my own group. I can rehearse upstairs on the promenade. They can learn my, we can learn each other's playlists, learn my playlist. But I definitely want to start my own group. I want to be able to call the shots. If somebody, I'm going to handpick everybody. So if they know they're coming in as I'm the star, or this is my group. But I'm gonna be featuring everybody in my band. It's not like, I'm gonna be up there. Matter of fact, James Brown, he was up there singing or hollering, but he featured everybody. Maceo, he's all called him Maceo, and when Mousy got with him, I heard him say, Mousy. They even sampled that. And but I'm not gonna be the showboat. I want to surround myself with top of the line musicians. Like, that's the secret. Yanni, his secret was that guy is pretty good. He's pretty good. He never played any. He's playing most of his time programming his keyboards, and somebody programmed his keyboard for him too. But he knew how to do it himself. But understanding the intricacy of the song, each song had different parts and everything. It was so technical that he kept it. The songs he picked I guess he picked really songs so it wouldn't shoot over people's heads. Songs with like only 3 chord changes or 4 chord changes, and everybody's simple solos. Really simplistic songs. That didn't boggle your mind, but the thing about it, the musicians he picked, their solos were on such a high level that it seemed like it was so. So the secret is to surround myself with top of the line musicians, even if the musician isn't that top of the line, if he's headed up to be top of the line. I'm not. Back in the day, they used to take what they call young lions. I really would like to get a horn section from a high school. At least 3 to start off with, or 4, baritone, bass, soprano, and treble and tenor. That'd be baritone, bass. I just take bass. I think baritone is higher than bass, I think. Or is baritone lower than bass? I never could remember that. But I'm going to have like bass, alto, bass, tenor, alto, and soprano. And then, of course, there's not saying that all those will be saxophones. But I'm pretty sure the trumpet has those layers too. Would like a slide trumpet or even flugelbone. If slide trombone, you got to be bad. You should get an extra on slide trombone. Flugelbone, trumpet, soprano, alto sax. I would like alto sax. I like 3 saxes. I would like to have 3 saxes. And everybody being able to play the flute too. 3 brass. Really, it's so much I want. The song I wrote, I used 4 parts. I used 4 trombones, 4 trumpets, 4 saxophones, and oh man, it's gonna be but the thing about Snarky Puppy, they have interchangeable band members. Everybody has to learn the song, so nobody knows. Matter of fact, he said when he wrote the song, he played it all on piano. So all of the parts, the bass part was a piano part. All of the horn parts were piano parts. So nobody knew what parts were horn parts or piano parts. So he had to learn all of the parts. Everybody had to learn the bass line. Everybody had to learn the piano line. So when it comes down to perform, everybody knew everybody else's part. I make a whole bunch of difference on when you come to solo. And I'm not at, it'd be nice too to get some young interns too. That people that's learning music and don't mind practicing, don't mind studying. Hopefully all my musicians, even if they consider themselves an accomplished musician, still should be moving forward, still should be learning as you go. That's what I'm doing here. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off because I got to take my grill out in order to eat. Yeah, I need to start eating. This is that smoothie never tastes so good. I must be burning some energy here. So next time I come back online, the Yamaha, the CP88 will be in here in Studio One, and the fan will be out there. I need to rearrange so I can slide them right in and out. That sofa, the sofa is almost like in the way right now, blocking. I don't take them apart. I leave them on the, I got little pieces of material up under the legs, and I have the floors waxed so I can actually slide everything around. I don't have to take it off the stand. I don't know if I'll be able to fit through the door here with this. I think I might have to take my little keyboard off. I think I have to take a, oh yeah, and plus I want to do a, I want to back up everything. I want to back up everything inside here to my, I got my little flash drives. I want to back up everything in here because then I want to set this back to studio setting and then just load in what I have. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's get busy. Let's get, oh, do I got the door open? Yeah, I got the door open, but they can't hear me. If somebody in the hallway, they in there out there eavesdropping. But they can't, the sound, I'm pretty sure I can't holler loud enough for it to go out in the hallway and into somebody else's apartment, especially if they're in their bedrooms. But nevertheless, I'm going to go close this door so I can get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Let me show you. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you something. This is the door going out into the hallway. Can you see that dark out here? This is the door going out to the hallway right here. So it's not, I know it's air coming through it too. It's pretty thick door, you know. If I put that stuff around there to, you know, if I seal that door, now see I close this door. Let me turn the light out here. Take the light bill. Close this door. Come back into the Studio One. Then close the bathroom door. That's the sound has to go around out the other door and then go around the corner to get out in the hallway. And then it says fake out. Don't buy this stuff. Don't buy this stuff. Not that you can get it for free or if you get it way half price. This is especially the cheap stuff. Don't buy this. Not that you're just going to decorate your wall. It will stop a deadening. But I would suggest you go to the, instead of getting this, go to a thrift store and get a bunch of Afghans or fancy pretty blankets, thick blankets, and make your own Afghan design, you know, put them on the wall, especially ones, Circus Mind was telling me a good idea. You buy the ones with faces on them, Duke Ellington, Miles Davis, Jimi Hendrix blankets, hang those up. This is this is really what a beginner would be doing to his walls, you know. But it does cut down on. If I didn't have this in here, I would get a ring. I hit a little bit in the corners. But let me go ahead. Start the day. First thing I need to do is go out in the hallway and make a clear shot. Push this out. Here we go. This is it. Now I can say it. Let's get ready to. Oh, I got the other door open too. That door right there. That's a thin. The wall here is pretty thin too. So if somebody was sleeping in the other room right over here. I remember I used to could hear through that. When I first moved in, I used to hear little voices. The thing about these walls are so thick. If you do hear voices, sounds like it's coming like a little transistor. It's worse than trying to listen to the vents. If it's a real cheap place, you can. I mean, not cheap, but I'm just thanking God that He blessed me to be in this nice place. In this nice place, I thank the Lord. I thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Let's go ahead and sound off. Oh, my hand itching. Is that dirty hand? Wrong hand? The clean hand? I don't know. This hand is itching. I'm not losing nothing, am I? I ain't superstitious though. Believe in things that you don't understand. It's a superstition. Ain't the way. Peace out, peace and hair grease, peace and roast grief, peace and roast beef. Live long and prosper. Stay safe. I'm out.